So Doug, okay. So tell us why, because again, on November 2nd, we will have the diversity and inclusion in fashion panel, and of course you're speaking on the panel. We're super excited about the panel. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, go ahead and get your tickets. I had to throw that little plug in there. So tell us, why is it important for you to talk about diversity and inclusion, as for you as an individual, and of course for Born to Skate as a brand?
Well, I mean, just as simple as skating. Most people think it's a white thing. I'm just saying, they think it's a white thing. We skate too.
Right. Right. Right.
You got Stevie Williams, DGK. You got Kennedy. We skate too. So I think it's very important, especially when you're a forward facing brand, especially a lot of these bigger brands like the Louis Vuittons and Gucci's and all of these things, that you have to have, if you're speaking to a certain audience and you want to have a conversation with a certain audience, you have to have the right people to talk for you, right? So that means you have to have people who represent that group, segment, right?
Right.
If you're that brand, right? So you can't think that you can talk to African Americans if you don't have African Americans on you. I can't feel like I could talk to Pan Americans or Asian or Latinos if I don't have those individuals on my staff and with me, around me when I'm doing what I'm doing. I get the creative process, but I always have people in place that if I feel like I'm going there, hey, look at this and tell me what you think.
Right.
Is this within the culture? Is that would that be deemed offensive or anything like that? I try to get those buy-ins from people that are there and say, hey, blah blah blah, cool, because that's the reality. You can't just work in a vacuum and think you just gonna put some stuff out and that shit's offensive.
Right.
Right. Like what?
Right.
Oh, you don't have, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't got no, you ain't got no women around you, and you doing a woman's line. So how you going?
How do you know what the women want?
Yeah. What you mean? Like you got to be able. I might put something out that you as a female feel like I don't know about that. But I feel like I want to push the limits. Like you can't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you messing with the customer base. Now you messing with the money.
Right. Right.
Never mess with the money.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely correct.
Never mess with, and it would have been, how hard would that have been just to get a few people to come in? Or you did some focus groups. I'm just saying that ain't nothing opposed to what's about to happen. If you're gonna put that out, and y'all gonna use some market share, right?
Right.
And
which,
all this up.
For many designers has happened.
Yeah. Or you just totally ruined. Like, oh, I can't believe. Yeah. Well, you did it. So I think you got to, as again, creative and the business part, right? You got to understand there has to be a balance in there
of the two.
Right. You got to find that. You got to do it because now it's big business. Now you're not just making stuff.
Not just a mom and pop shop on the corner.
Even that mom and pop shop. If you on the corner, if you making some shit, then you're like, what the fuck?
You're right.
You're like, did you say what he had on it?
Right.
Oh.
Right.
I ain't never going.
I'm not going back in there.
I ain't going back in there. And now the day and age of social media, people just take pictures and post that, and then guess what? Boy,
Mom and pop is closed.
Yeah, we do. You wonder why people ain't coming no more. Well, that's why.
Right.
Because you did that. So you have to be conscious of these things. It may seem cool to you, right? But you have to have a committee, or you have to have some people other than yourself, right, that says, hey, I don't know about that. And if we're going to push it, we might want to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to include people. You have to have, women, minorities, because you speaking to the world.
Absolutely.
Right? So something that might be cool in your world ain't cool over here.
Right.
You ain't know that.
Right.
Well, if you had did your research, you would have known.
Like, you didn't think that wasn't going to work?
You know you did that. Oh, okay.
Right. Right.
You got a problem.
Right. You're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got a problem. But I think what you're doing is cool. It's definitely, a conversation I think that people need to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so, and I think it's more from the point that nobody trying to muscle their way in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to give me nothing. What I'm saying to you is that you're taking my money,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I expect you to have some kind of sensitivity to me,
Right.
right?
Right.
That's all I'm really
As a
saying.
customer base.
That's all I'm really saying to you. If I go
Right.
in there, I'm paying $2,000 for whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
or $500, $600, or I'm paying $20.
Right.
I want to know if if you're trying to be over, if you want me to be
Right.
over there with you, right?
Right.
I need to know that you
Right.
understand that you got sensitivity to me.
Right.
If not, then I don't want to be a part of that, and
Right.
you gonna lose.
Right. Because
You know
people work hard for their money, regardless if it's $5 or $500 or $5,000.
You want to feel good
So-
about carrying that bag, knowing that the person that designed that
Right.
bag, right, understands you,
Right.
right?
And-
As a woman,
Right.
as a minority,
Mhm.
right? As all these things, you want
Right.
to understand that thing. That's why I like Kate Spade. I like Kate Spade, but I really
Right.
like Tory Burch.
Yeah.
She's dope.
Yeah. She is.
She's really dope.
She is.
She's
I love
really
Tory
dope.
Burch.
She's real dope.
But
But
we're not going to talk about Tory Burch too much on this.
That's cool. That's cool. But you feel it though. I feel the brand.
Right.
When I look at this, I like, oh, you're talking to women, and you're talking to women
Right.
like this, right?
Exactly.
And I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. You know what I'm saying? So I think all brands would want to aspire to those things.
Right.
Shoe companies, everybody, nah, we ain't doing that.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start now.
Exactly.
So that's when Nike and all that stuff, like, oh, whoa, hold up.
Right.
We're going to dead this now.
Right.
But we don't want to.
Right.
We don't want that to happen.
Right.
So because you selling to everybody, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, and you have to be strategic in what you do and how you do it.
I mean, some people do things because they want the shock value, but that's fine. But
It depends on how much shock
Yeah,
that's going to happen.
exactly. But you got to sit down and figure and
Right.
look at that and be able to
Right.
foreshadow as much. If I go down this road,
Mm-hmm.
what's
Right.
really going to happen, and are
Right.
we ready for that?
Right. Because I know that has been a question as far as like somebody like Gucci, for example. Like, was it shock value? But I was at a panel not too long ago, and we were talking about the same thing, and it was like, that wasn't for shock value
that
because
wasn't
it
shock value.
completely
That was shock value.
changed the dynamic financially.
That was in y'all collection.
Right.
So y'all purposely.
Right.
So and most people don't understand the process that for that garment to even get
Right.
made.
Exactly.
Right.
It wasn't
And-
just a quick.
Nah, it wasn't.
Mhm.
No, your whole whoever designed it, the whole team. You went through production. You saw samples of it. It's a process.
Right. It's a process
for
right.
that garment
Right.
to get
get to
get there.
online when we're
And it-
seeing it and selling it.
And it wasn't like it was in the show. It was in the show too.
Right.
Right. But then the other process to get it made the cut. Because everybody understands,
Right.
like, everything that you see in a fashion show does not get made. Understand this.
Exactly.
It does not go into mass production.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
So the excuse that anybody would say to me about that, I was like, it's some bullshit. Because it made it from the runway and it got online. So it got approved, it made the cut,
Right.
and we went into mass production.
Right.
So, nah.
Right.
Y'all didn't have y'all.
It passed through quite a few people before it got to where it got.
Yeah, I'm just
even
saying-
for the photography.
No, but
You know.
it was on the runway.
Right.
Right. But there's a whole other process for it to come from the runway and get made. Everything that's produced on the runway does not get made.
Exactly.
90%, a lot of the stuff. none
Yeah,
of it.
probably about 80-90%.
Yeah, it's
of the
like-
stuff. Right.
Production wise, what's it gonna really cost us to make this? What's the price points on this? Right. It's a
Exactly.
lot of things that get cut down
Uh-huh.
that we take bits and pieces of,
Mhm.
but we can't make the full gun because it's going to be too expensive.
Right.
Right. But so that
Right.
made the cut. So y'all knew what y'all was doing.
Right.
So, there
Right.
we go.
Right.
Y'all done had the right people on y'all team.
Exactly. So, and we're not going to delve too deep into this because I know on November 2nd we're going to get into this conversation more in depth. But you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk again more about that during the panel.
Cool.
So I'm so excited that you're going to be on the panel. Again, I know you personally, so I know people watching are, it's a little bit different. So I know you know, kind of your thoughts and how you view certain things. So I'm excited that you're on the panel. I'm excited that you agreed to do it. So, but please tell people how they can engage in Born to Skate company, how they can find your products, like how, like tell people how they can order, where they can look, and where they can go to see Born to Skate.
Okay, you can go to borntoskateco.com. That's the whole website. I mean, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and that's Born to Skate Co. Ltd. for those properties. So it's Born to Skate Co. Ltd. for Instagram and Facebook. And the website is borntoskateco.com.
Perfect. Awesome.
Cool.
So we will see you on November 2nd.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, if you don't have your tickets yet, go ahead and log on. We're on Eventbrite. We're on Instagram, ATL Fashion Showcase, so you can get your tickets, because I definitely want people to engage with you, to ask questions, and really kind of delve deep into diversity and inclusion, and even business for this topic.
Yes,
so
let's
again,
do it,
I'm
'cause
super excited.
I don't do this a lot. So
You don't. So I am super excited that you have agreed to do this.
I don't do this. So I'm just telling y'all, this is going to be real good. Because I don't really talk to a lot of people unless they paying me.
Right.
I'll just be honest.
Right.
So Francine, she's a good friend, and she's doing this. I think this is really, really dope what she's doing. So if y'all need to come, because like I said, I don't really do this. So if y'all want some knowledge and y'all want some game, then come holler at us. Okay?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
No problem.
And we will see you on November 2nd.
We'll be there.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.